Welcome to the first episode of Driveway Beers. Right, first topic today is me. I'm still broken. I'm not doing much at the moment, just chilling around at home on the lounge. Can't do a lot to the big rig. She's still broken too. My knee's getting better, starting to walk around, cruising around, limping. Thought I'd just do something different while I can't full drive and brake shit. So anyway, here we are. I've got a few questions written down from some of you guys. I've been meaning to do like a Q&A for a while now, but whilst I'm broken and the patrol's broken and I can't get out in the bush and brake, it's going to be a bit slow and whatnot because I don't know what I'm doing. What I do know is what's wrong with the patrol, and I'm going to run you through what I've done so far and what's still broken on it. Obviously, like I said earlier, I'm still broken, so I can't do a lot, but I can do a couple little things like look at it. So in a minute, I'm going to get the missus out here to unzip the awnings, or one of them, and I want to check how broken the poles are, because that awning, that one, likes to cop it from trees and rocks and everything when old mate puts it on the side in the bush. So we're going to have a look at that to see how broken it is, because we actually camp out of that awning. We got a one of those fucking tent things that attaches to it. So we rely on the poles when they're broken. It doesn't work. And you know, last time we drove to the Barrington Tops and got up there and the poles were broken. So luckily, Mum, shout out to Mum, Sandy Brook. Luckily she was there and I pillaged one of her awnings, so awning poles, and we got away with it. Anyway, this episode is brought to you by the Real Fluck and Pedal Suspension, Noble Beresfield. Go over and give them a follow on Insta. Anyway, let's get into it. I've got a couple of questions I'm going to read out right now, and then I'll get the missus to come out and she can run you through what's broken on the patrol. I've got a couple written down here. It's like 7. So let's go through them. They're not serious. This is laid back. This is cash. First one is I didn't write down who sent these questions, by the way. So apologies. Shout out to you guys that did send through the questions. There's heaps more. I'll get through them. I think I might do like a Q&A with the missus one day, because most of them are revolving around family. These ones aren't. These ones are on the patrol and myself. So first one is, how long have I been full driving for? Knee-eyed or grasshopper? No. I think I bought my first. I grew up on a farm in Gloucester, so we had paddy bashes and stuff. So I started driving at a pretty young age. Had a little Suzuki Sierra which we used to bash around and go hunting and stuff out of. And then, growing up, had like street cars, Commodores and Falcons and stuff. And then I got into the full drive. I bought my first 105 series cruiser. Put a 3-inch lift under it, 35s, some lights, decked it out for camping, and then realised it was too thirsty on fuel because it was a petty, got rid of it, went back to the street cars. So anyway, that was my first full drive. So I started when let's say I was 19 when I first got. Second one is, what is my favourite full drive? Well, it's got to be this thing. I've had a few patrols. I think I've had like 5 patrols now. GQs, I've owned 2 GUs and about 5 GQs. I did own one gold GQ that was just, oh man, I bought that for $2,000 off an old lady, God bless her. TD42, and it was a weapon. Just put a 2-inch lift under it, 35s, 33s, and it went everywhere. But this one here, Full Shoal, is my favourite full drive. So this question's with the kids. Do I take the kids? Yeah, we do. We take the kids. Like when Ash comes out, yeah, we take Torvy. It gets hard, especially when it's raining, because it's like, she wants to get involved, but then Brett's like setting up tracks, which gets a bit dangerous sometimes having your daughter in the car. So they like to get out. So not all the time. I don't take them all the time, but it's set up pretty well for Torvy. The seat's set up really well. You just got to make sure the head's supported. If you are driving up tracks that are a bit wild, just make sure they're, it's just common sense, just make sure the head's not getting trained around. I mean, it's hard to avoid sometimes. Is tyres. Yes, they are 37-inch Maxxis Trepadors. I bought them second-hand from a fella in Sydney. They've been on now for, I think, the last 4 or 5 trips, and I love them. They're going in a couple of weeks to get re-grooved. The rear ones are because they're a bit low after my recent broken axle trip. Here is, good question. Why do I keep breaking axles? I don't really have many excuses. I think running big tyres, I haven't got a massive offset. I was running neg 44s, I'm running neg 32s now, which is a bit easier on the old girls. The 37-inch traps, they're a big tyre, and when you've only got a front locker induction, don't have reduction gears, it's a bit hard. You got to send it up some tracks, and they just don't like that all the time. But that leads me to what's happening to it, and I'll get into that in a minute. When I broke the axles last time on the last trip, I had a rock stuck at behind my diff, and I couldn't go forward because there was a tree in front of me. I thought, I'll just bounce over it backwards and snap one of my axles, and then snap the other one, pretty much just down the road 5 metres. So yeah, no excuses. Just you just got to drive it hard sometimes to get up tracks, and that shit happens. But anyway, that's why we're in the. A couple more questions here, and then I'll wrap this up and get the misses out. Do I drink alcohol in the bush? Well, yeah, a little bit. I don't drink very much though. Drink responsibly, don't drink and drive. Alright, this question is here. When are you going to do a rig rundown? Alright, let's finish that there. Rig rundown is going to be happening soon on this thing, but I've got a couple more things happening with it. We've got the Newcastle 4x4 and camping caravan expo coming up next month at May at the Showground. This thing's going to be on show at the Petters stand for the 3 days. In the meantime, I think we're going to start working on it next week. May have done by then reduction gears, a rear locker, new clutch, and the rear tyres are going to be getting re-grooved. And I think we're putting an X-Link under it, but it might not have It might not happen by then. Maybe, who knows? I know for sure we'll have the new clutch in and possibly reduction gears for the show, but it's just going to be on a flex ramp. So come down and say good day. I think it's on the 22nd of May, but don't hold me to that. I don't really know. So anyway, a couple of questions done. Sorry for being so boring. This is this first episode. It's going to get better, I reckon. I'll get mates involved. We'll get a few guys around here. We'll get a fire going. Get some more beers happening. Might even get the fellas around here working on their cars or something. We'll mix it up. If you've got any improvements for me, let me know. I'm pretty much out of action for, I would say, probably another 4 to 5 weeks. I don't think I'm going to be in the truck. So if you want to, you're sitting home bored on the lounge having a couple of dab orders, and you want to see something exciting on YouTube, it's not going to be from me, but I've got a little bit of advice and hints and tips up my sleeve. If you're new into the full drive game, if you want to know a few little mechanical advice, let me know. I can probably help you out or lead you astray. Hit me up, drop a comment, follow me on Instagram, send me a message. I won't bite. I'm pretty cash, and we can go from there. But yeah, let me know where I've gone wrong in this video, and we'll fix it for episode 2, and I'll give you a shout out. How's that? Right, let's get stuck into these awning, and I'll show you what I've done. Had the missus do for me while I've been broken. Actually, just before we jump into what I've broken on the patrol and what I haven't fixed, Hoodies Legends, if you want to support me, I don't have like Patreon or anything set up. If you want to support me and Books Outback Adventures, we've got a pre-order sale happening now on these hoodies. It actually ends tonight, so you haven't got a lot of time. I'm going to end it tonight at 8 o'clock, so if you want to jump on my Instagram, follow the link in my bio, hit Shopify. Check out these hoodies. They're literally just got my logo on the front. They've got TD42 Life on the back with the kettle steaming up. TD42 Life, baby. And I've got Trips Baby up the side. We have got them in black and a couple of different colours. Jump on there, I'm pretty sure I got the colours on there. I'll let the missus deal with all that stuff. For the Sheilas, the ladies, there's maroon. I think it's called maroon. They look sick. Couldn't get them in men's, but you know, we got black and there's a few other colours, blue, grey, whatever you want. Come on and check them out. If I put the order in tomorrow, it's going to be about a 2-week turnaround, so you'll have your jumpers in 2 weeks. They're only $45. You know, the quality, and they're not cheap, but they're affordable. Let's say affordable. And they're warm as hell. Alright, now let's get into the truck. So yeah, just quickly before we do the awning, the winch, the rope. I don't know, I haven't checked the winch yet. It was last time, when we tried to use it last time, it was overheating and cooking pretty bad, making some nice weird noises. So I'll have to have a look at that. I'm up for a new winch. I'm thinking the Runva, but options are endless. Obviously the rope's gone, she's buggered. What else? Yeah, the front 2 axles are still snapped, CVs. Still going, hopefully going in the next couple of weeks to get them done. There's the awning that I use as a banana or protector. The back windows also got smashed. This one fell into a tree root, but I've since obviously put new ones in it. Coming around the back. Oh, broke the tail light by accident. New window, both sides, because this one smashed somehow too. I can't remember what I fell that into. I've got to bend this back brush bar out because it's getting close to the bodywork. Yeah, the good old traps are going in for a re-groove as well, because they are getting pretty low. Here we go.
Whoa. She's all tucked in there nicely. I think we're going to even... No. Totally smooshed in there. This side's alright.
Is it?
It's probably doable.
Just lift her up and all. Well, this side's not too bad. Oh, a little bit crushed. Well, I reckon that's the end of that awning, fellas. Ash reckons so too.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to camp in this one again.